So I wanted to kind of go over this fund here, QYLD, kind of give a final verdict video on it. Here's my main points here on good old Notepad. So if you want to just get the quick points and move on, I get it, because there's a billion videos on YouTube to watch that are probably much more exciting and better than this one. So anyway, I'll go over the points just to kind of add on to it a little bit. So basically, first point is only buy if you plan on not selling, and that's because of tax reasons and how this fund is taxed. There's much more in-depth videos out there that talk about this. So to sum it up in simple terms, my opinion is only buy this if you plan on keeping it and not selling it and just adding to your position. The second point would be 5 to 10% maximum, my opinion. So no more than 5% to maybe 10 at the very most on this fund of your total portfolio. I kind of like Kevin O'Leary's opinion on this. I believe he said no more than 5% in any one stock and no more than 20% in any certain sector like technology or energy, whatever. So this is an ETF, so I mean a little bit different, but I would say keep it between the 5 to 10% tops, in my opinion. Third point, understand there's unlikely to be any capital appreciation for this fund. So yes, it can go up, yes, it can go down a little bit, but it's not likely to grow much over time. That's just not how this works. The point of this is to provide a high yielded dividend income, so it's not going to really gain much. If anything, it might even slowly go down over time. It's not really been around long enough to really know, so I mean, again, that's why you wouldn't invest everything in it, because you don't know where the future's at. So it's only from December of 2013, so we only got about a 7.5 year history on it. The fourth point is it will not, most likely, guaranteed, it won't outperform market in good times. So on somebody's video that did a really in-depth video on this, compared QYLD to the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100, and I mean, it was not even close. I mean, even with all the dividends made, etc., I mean, it was crazy, not even close, in a good market. And see, we've mostly been in a good market since QYLD's been around. So, it's really hard to tell where it's going to be when things, go bad for a few years. So, yeah, it's not going to outperform the market, but I mean, that's really it's not designed to be, growth. It's provided to try to give a monthly dividend income to folks. So, again, it's kind of an apple to orange comparison, but yeah, it's not going to outperform the market during the good times. And that leads into the next point. Basically, it can still provide some income in bad markets, which is, like I said, kind of the point of this ETF. Other ETFs that will probably do better in bad markets, such as NUSI, I threw that in there just to basically say that, that's kind of got some back-end protection with put options on that. So basically, to sum it up, you're kind of sacrificing your yield. So like NUSI is only going to bring something like 7.5%, I believe, last time I looked on that one, versus QYLD is getting closer to, like 10, 11, 12%, depending on the month. So NUSI could grow, potentially a little bit more as far as the capital appreciation. Again, probably not a ton, but it's got more protection in a bad market, basically, than what QYLD would be. And then the next point to end it really is use those dividends towards other stocks or ETFs. So basically what I was saying there is just, I'm kind of using QYLD to just keep building it up and just kind of keep, adding more to that. And then once I get that to a satisfactory point, then, you just keep that in there, but use that to fund other things like, maybe QQQ or the S&P 500, or maybe other individual stocks, or, growth stocks, blue chip staples, all that kind of stuff. So I think, to sum it up, basically the final verdict on this would be, if you want to add it, as part of your portfolio, just understand what it does and what it doesn't do. There's a lot of videos out there bragging it up, like it's the greatest thing. There's other videos that say it's the worst thing, it's horrible. I kind of fall in the middle of it. I mean, I pretty much, at this point, I think I understand what it's really intended for and what it's not going to do. So as long as you know that, and keep it at a reasonable level, 5 to 10%, I think it'll be okay. So that's my opinion on it. And quite frankly, it's probably a similar opinion on most of these cover called ETFs. I think I might, maybe cover a couple of the other ones, but it's going to be similar. I mean, I would say. So, if you want to add a bunch of these, which I'm actually doing, like the XYLD, NUSI, JEPI, just kind of getting, a handful of them in there. I wouldn't probably go above, again, Kevin O'Leary's philosophy makes sense. Like, if you combine all these together, I probably still would not have it be more than 20% of your whole portfolio. I guess, I don't know, maybe 20-25% tops. You could maybe go a little higher if you're, like if you're retired and you want to, have it give you a certain amount of money per month income. I could see maybe going a little higher then, but not too much. I don't think it's a good idea to go too much above that, because you got many other reserve balanced funds out there that would probably be, better, because you're still going to get some growth out of those, even when you're in your retired years. So hopefully that makes sense. I think I covered everything here. So let me know what you think, or if you have any opinions, agree, disagree. I always love to hear any kind of feedback on any of these things, because that's why people put these out there. They give their opinions, and it's always cool to kind of hear what everybody's take on it is.